apologize to everyone who's watching the stream. Travis's PlayStation from Wish is extremely slower than his internet.
I've got a faster internet than you.
Yeah, sure you do, because we could definitely, I mean, you missed the whole 15 minutes of qualifying because of your fast internet and your great PlayStation.
No, you see, it was actually planned because...
So apologies for everyone who's watching. This is all Travis's fault. He is just a numpty. That's just the way it works. Anyway, good evening everyone, and welcome to the circus. And we've got everyone has gone through. We're not going to talk about Q1 because it is what it is. We'll move on to Q2. Only 14 drivers because of load shedding and weather and some big weather around. But I'm pretty sure we'll have an exciting Q2. And with me in the comments box is Numpty, who obviously can't get a stream going and needs a new PlayStation. So if anyone wants to fund Travis to buy a new PlayStation, we will have a GoFundMe on YouTube.
You know,
it was funny.
I think I'm gonna
crack myself
call
up.
the child hotline, please.
Child hotline, you need to call the SPCA, my boy.
Do I look like a dog?
Well, you call it, not me. Yeah, we can always run a poll and ask people if they think Travis looks like a dog. We normally got a lot of comments on Division 3, so we might just do a poll tonight. Can I put a photo up of you?
I feel violated.
I give up. Well, like I said, welcome to... This is week 3 of racing. And we are in Bahrain. It's a night race. And this is our last race in the Middle East. Then next week we're off to the States. Yay! For America. Which is slightly better for me, personally. Says the eSport wannabe. Right, let's get on to... You're gonna get sticked all night. You're gonna get sticked all night. You know that.
Yeah, last time I checked, I was carrying the Red Bull team. So
carrying.
Yeah, carrying. My back is sore from the amount of carrying I have to do.
I think your back is sore for flipping carrying all the crap that you can't get a stream going. Maybe it's all the shit that you're carrying around. Anyway, let me just turn the sound up so I don't have to hear Travis all the time. No, I need to do this quickly.
I have a brilliant voice, I'll have you know.
Master volume. There we go. That is better. Alrighty. There we go. Yeah, so next week off to the Americas. And a bit of a thin grid tonight because of load shedding, unfortunately. Stage 3 announced again up until whenever. Not sure when they will stop that. They normally do that. They do it just before a weekend and then they cut it on Mondays and then you're fine up until Thursday and then they go ape again. Well done, Escom. But yeah, we've got 14 drivers, so we will lose 4. And later during the session, we'll ask Mr. Carrying the Red Bull team here, who do he think will be knocked out of Q2? Because we will lose 4 drivers. And who might be provisional pole?
Well, personally, I think even if you were racing, I don't think you would have put pole.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very true. That's very true.
Although, surprisingly, you did manage to carry the Red Bull team as well.
Sorry, just want to say that again. I couldn't hear you nicely.
Only in Division 2.
Yeah, it was a horrible night, to say the least. Bit of yeah, it's just anyway, Division 3 is gonna make up for it, that I can tell you. So Amir, who had talking about horrible, he had a horrible Japan. Showed some great pace in Singapore, really got very close to Bumpin, and then just had a horrible Japan. And so hopefully he really needs to make up for it tonight. With only 11 race calendar, you can't have too many bad races. But this looks okay for him so far in the Williams. And then also Gamer, obviously, surprise, surprise, got the win last week. And got himself closer to Bumpin in the driver's standing. So he's doing a stellar job at the moment. So let's just see from a team point of view. So both Mercedes is around, Ron and Isatronic. Good to have them back. Both Ferraris are in, Bix Boy and Cowboy. I can only two Alfa Romeos, which is Sols and Dumpin. One Haas, from what I can see. King Killer not here, I think. Just go up the field there. Minor is also not in. Is he? He is. So Minor, we just need to keep tabs on that. So Minor got put into the Mercedes, which is wrong because I think he is in the Red Bull Travis.
Yep.
With, I'm not sure what's going on here because yeah, you have to have a look. So the other Red Bull driver, Mr. M. So this is an only PlayStation lobby, just to try to see if we have any issues again tonight, because it seemed like crossplay was an issue for us. Right, so Don Styler said King Killer's drinking away his problems tonight. If he keeps on drinking like that, he's going to have to drink more problems. Because he checked in and he did not race. And we don't take kindly to that, unfortunately, because we are wasting other people's times. Anyway, let's. So first laps on the board. Hassan is on a 130.3, and then very close, Ernie Bernie, Amir. Gerard, much better time for him, a 131.0. And then Ron. I think there's going to be a nice midfield battle the moment Gerard gets his internet sorted, Travis. I think Gerard, Ron, Minor, I would say Dixie, if Scully is around, that's going to be a very interesting midfield battle. I think further up the field, we're probably going to have a look at Ultra Gamer, Pompoons, Hamrick. I think that is probably the three, from what we've seen in two races, that can challenge for the Drivers' Championship. And then you've got the midfield a little bit further down. And I'm excited about the midfield because I think if Gerard does get it right and Ron gets it right, that's going to make for some fun racing and watching.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Gerard just needs to get his internet right, and then that's another opponent for everyone in the field.
Yeah, hopefully we can spend some time, or I'm going to spend some time with him on the weekend to see what we can do in terms of his internet and see if we can, like we basically did with Phantom, and just see if that works for him. So he's moved houses, and that's why he's not having fiber at the moment, unfortunately. So Hamrick, he is extremely fast. I mean, he's an ex-SAF driver. I mean, he is, on a good day, probably Premier Division material, but he just hasn't got it together. So I'm going to stick with him a bit in the Williams. The Williams does look nice under lights. Let's be honest, this car looks really good.
Yeah, it is one of the nicer looking cars in the right lighting.
Yeah, so Fahim is also with us tonight. Good evening, sir. Nice to have you with us. Yep, so it is also, it's America this weekend in real life in F1. Looking forward to that. Not sure when the practice sessions start. That should be in the evenings, Travis, because it's American time.
Yeah, I know that the race is at 7:30 on Sunday.
Okay, so we can start looking out for late afternoons for practice 1, 2. Awesome. So it's going to be an interesting weekend. Some big decisions need to be made about Daniel Ricciardo. Some big decisions about Mick Schumacher. Obviously the Red Bull drama, overspend. Which I tend to agree with Red Bull, not because I'm a Red Bull fan, but if the rules state that you can overspend by 5% and get only a fine, I would overspend by 5%. Why not? I mean, if it's going to make my car better, overspend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You know, if they tell you an exam, you can bring your book in and you can use your book for the exam, but they will take 10% away from your total final mark. I'll bring my book in. What the hell? Come on, I'll score 100. So I'm not sure why everyone's having a history fit. I think Toto is just absolutely a nipshit. I think he's just having a hernia because his team is absolutely nowhere at the moment, and he's dealing with a superstar that a lot of people said, put him in any car and he can win. Well, now he's in any car and he hasn't won. So, not sure how everyone feels about that, saying that Lewis can win in any car. That obviously didn't materialize this year. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Mick, with Daniel. It's going to be interesting to see the press conference. between Red Bull, Matteo Bonotto, and Christian Horner to see what everyone gets up to. But it's fun, and it's also ICC World Cup T20 cricket, so love this time of year. Awesome.
Cricket is more boring than Lewis Hamilton winning.
It says the guys who can't even get a lobby going. Anyway, Pompoon with a 1:29.4. He's gone fastest, just above Sir Hamrick. You're going to hear that the whole time. 1:29.6. Then Ultra Gamer. So only two guys in the 1:29s, and then 1:30s. Hey, this looks pretty decent, Travis. 1:30.1, 3, 4, 4, 4, 6. That looks good.
Yeah, and I see Pampoon's almost beating your laptop.
That was funny. Luckily you were my race engineer last night. You're only as good as your manager is. Which is pretty shocking last night, by the way.
You know?
I need to ask Phantom to come start playing race engineer.
Knock yourself out.
I tried to knock you out last night. No, last night was horrible. I tell you what, that was just safety car restart, mess, race start, mess. Yeah, and then from my side, I mean, like I said to the team, probably a lack of effort from my, or lack of practice, but not a lack of effort. I mean, I had a very lonely race at a stage. I mean, to sit around to get 8 and drive around for 6, 7 laps with no one else around you, that was just horrible. I mean, fucking hell. It's almost like you're in the lead, and you're like leading by 8 seconds with 10 laps to go, and it's like, okay, what do I do now? No, it's horrendous.
All about perspective and life.
Yeah, no, it was not cool last night. But it's fun. It's that absolute horse track is done. So it's off to better days in America, and then off to Mexico, I think, after that, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a brilliant track.
So we've got some good tracks coming up.
Absolutely amazing.
Right, so let's just see. I haven't been really. Amir is still. So we're going to lose 4 drivers. So at the moment in the drop zone is Cowboy, is the 2 Ferraris. Now, if memory serves me correct, we haven't seen a Ferrari in Q3 this season yet. So that's not cool for Cowboy and Bixboy. It's a Tronic in 13th. So, and Citronic is a bit of trouble there with a 132. Dixie Killer still is on an outlap. He needs to get a lap time. Let's see. I think I'm going to hang around with Citronic and see if he can improve. Although he needs, probably just more than a second. But I take it he probably had a mistake somewhere. So let's see if. You know what? And I said it to you in my minimal amount of practice that they really need to sort out turn 1, 2, and 3 in this game, because that is not like it is in real life. There is traction there. Yeah, this is horrible.
Is he beached? He looks beached.
I think he is.
He's going to get disqualified.
Yeah, he's beached. Maybe he should try second, third. No, he's beached.
Oh.
Yep, there we go. You know what? This game, I'll tell you. Yeah, no, he's beached it. So unfortunately, he is out of qualifying. Gerrit is retired in the pit, so normal Gerrit, put a lap up, retire. Wait for everyone to put a lap up and see if he can go through. Let's see where Dixie Killer is, if he's going to get himself into the top 10. At the moment, the time to beat is a 1:31.1 from Ron. And maybe you can get on board with Ron and see if he goes up or down on his sector times. But I'm going to stick with Dixie Killer for now.
Yep.
Yeah, so for him, so Uzi almost had me. I'm going to pull a... What was that movie? It's Fast and Furious. I'm just going to pull a Dom on myself here in Fast and Furious. It says, you never had me. No, it was just one of those boring races. I tell you what, I had no pace. Safety car restart all the way to the back. It was just horrendous. But this is probably my most disliked track with Baku. So that's out of the way. Happy days. Move on. Right, so not sure what Ron is doing. I see he's on
He
a lap.
is
Dixie
2
Killer is
thousandths
going to
up on his time.
cross the line now, so that's good enough for 12. He's not going to have enough time. I see there's yellow somewhere. Just a bit straight. Not sure if he's going to have enough time to put another lap. He's definitely not going to get a lap in with that ERS. With the long straights around here. Yeah, so that's him. He's not going to have another lap. So Dixie Killer is probably not going to get another lap in. Cowboy is out. So Ron, yeah, I wouldn't even be pushing if I was him. No one else is on a lap behind him. So Big Spoil is... Isitronic's not going to go through. So it's Big Spoil, Dixie Killer, Cowboy. And then Ron will go through. Yeah, I think he's backed out of it.
Yeah.
And then Minus in the pits and Ultra Gamer. Yeah, there we go. So while these guys are, let's get on a driver there. Let's just talk about standings quickly. Let me just get that up for us and just talk about Division 3 standings and tell you who's who and who's where, so you can get a good idea of who to look out for tonight. So currently the drivers' standings is led after 2 races by Pampin, and he's leading by 59. So he's currently on 59, and then we've got Ultra Gamer on 44. So he's closed that gap to Pompin. And then Amir in third after the horrible Japan. He's on 35. Mr. M not racing tonight. And then Souls after that good race last week on 25. And then on the constructor side, it is all about Alfa Romeo at the moment, and they are leading with 84. So they're 24 points ahead of Haas. Which is not good for Haas because there is only, if I'm not mistaken, there's only one Haas tonight. It's Ultra Gamer. So his teammate is not in, so it's him against 2 of the Alfa Romeos. Almost sounds like last year where it was Max against 2 Mercedes drivers. And then Williams comes in third. They are 14 points behind the Haas drivers, so a good opportunity for Williams to score some valuable points and get themselves into that second spot if they can get it on tonight with Sir Hamrick and Almer. So it's all to play for between Williams so far after round 2. Williams, Alfa Romeo and Haas. And that's your qualifying done. Alright, so there you can see that we're losing Cowboy, Dixie Killer Big Spoil. Third week in a row that Ferrari is not going through to Q3, so that might be a big concern for them. And then obviously Dixie Killer not getting through, Isitronic getting disqualified for breaching the car, but it is Pompoon at the moment. With just over 10.5 faster than Sir Hamrick, and then a little bit further down is Asen, and then Amer, Ultra Gamer. Probably got more pace in that Haas, maybe just sandbagging a bit. And then Minor, Soulsmeister, Ernie, Ron, and Boerts are making up your top 10. Alright, so it is qualifying 3, and this game is going to do the same as what it did with me in qualifying 1. Here we go, eventually. So every time they bring up an update, it's a mess. Alright, so there we go, your top 10 shootout for Q3. 2 points for pole, 1 point for fastest lap. So let's see who gets pole tonight. First out on track looks to be a McLaren, that is Calapuerta. So yeah, expected times to somewhat slightly. What did Division 2 get up to last night, Travis?
As far as I know, the pole time for Division 2, if I remember, was, I think it was a low 28?
Yeah.
No,
it wasn't
like
27.
28.
28, yeah. Yep, so I think everyone got well into the 128. 128 twos, 128 fours. We have not seen a 128 yet here. Fastest were Puna with a 129 1, I think. But track evolution here is good. So expect some better lap times to come through now.
So, who is your prediction poll? Who do you think's got it?
I really... It's going to be difficult. Pompoen does look to be on it. I'm going to go with Ultra Gamer. I think he sandbagged a little bit in Q2. I think he was just trying to find the grip. He's out second to last, so, and as I said that he spins, gold tires, but he's out second last on track, so he's going to get a bit more track evolution, and you can see he's trying to heat up those tires. So I'm going to go with him, because if I look at his program, maybe he might be doing a lap now, put a banker in, and then go out the very last person, and that's normally when you get the best track conditions, if you can keep it together. So I'm going to go with Ultra Gamer. You're probably going with Pompoen, aren't you?
No, I'm going with Sir Hamrick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, let's get with Sir Hamrick and see how his first lap in Q3 goes. So, yeah, you really just want to put a banker lap in, probably faster than what you did in Q2, just to get the confidence going. And I think, Travis, if you really get a good lap in, your second run is just about really no fuel. Just wait into corners and hope for the walls to move.
Yeah, that is pretty much it.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Qualifying for me is very exciting at the moment in FTR. It's really in Division 2, it's really anyone's game. A Premier Division, it's a bit boring at the moment.
Now, why would you say that?
I wonder why. No, I think it's generally close in all divisions, but in Division 3, it can literally be anyone from Pompoen. Amir, don't write him off. Ultra Gamer, and like you say, Sir Hamrick. So, purple sector for him in Sector 2, and he is kind of last on track, so I think that was a relatively good sector by him. The first guy across the track or the line will be Khaled. He's going into the pits. The next one will be Soulsmeister. He's crossing the line now. That's a 130.1. And then we had Sir Hamrick, 129.5. And then the next one would be Ron. He's going to cross the line now. 130.3. Good lap there by Ron. And then we're going to have Hassan. I think he's crossing the line now. There we go. 129.7. So very close to Sir Hamrick. And
Ultra Gamer.
yeah, he's coming across the line now. 129.9. That's provisional fourth. And Pompoen is next across the line. So let's see where he puts himself. So he needs to get a 129.5 to get provisional pole so far, and a 129.2. Alright. So a good lap by him. And that's good banker laps. That's, I would really say 129.2, 129.5, 129.7, 8, even a 129.9. That's a really good banker lap to get into the 129s with your first lap. You know, we can't compare apples to apples in terms of Division 2 and Division 3 and even Premier Division. So I think that's good. I think if Pompoen with track evolution, he might get very close to a 128.9 with track evolution. But yeah, so my prediction is currently 5th and yours is 2nd. So yeah, not bad. Minor starting his lap now. I will take you through a hot lap on the second run, I think, with one of the drivers. Alright, just over 6 minutes left in the session. Keep on putting my mic on mute. I'm missing myself here. So Mino's doing really well at the moment. I mean, he just had a snap of oversteer there, but there's no time reference, unfortunately. because this is his first lap, a 107.6. Now, I can't reference that to anything, so I'm not sure where that would put him.
Pampun did a 0.2 through there. 107.2.
Alright, so he's a little bit off. This might get him close to Ultra Gamer, maybe just behind Amir. So let's see, 128, 130, 129.8. Yeah, there we go. Good lap by Minor. Yeah, that's good stuff. Just want to have a look at something. So yeah, so I thought I got that right. So Minor, because he did not pick a car in the lobby, he is in a Mercedes, but points will be allocated towards Red Bull. So although he's in a Mercedes, points will go towards his team. So a good start for the Red Bull there. In essence, this looks good. I just want to see who is... So Gerard Botha is on an outlap, so only Bernie is on a flyer. So let's follow Ernie Bernie around. So turn one, hard on the brakes. I hate this corner, I can't get this right. Good rotation of the car there. Don't get on that curve because you'll get beached like Electronic does. A little bit erratic steering there, but DRS wide open. Then you can really run nice and wide here. Throw the car into third gear, get nice rotation, then get into fourth. And then, yeah, this SS here, try to stay away from the curbs because it might just beat you depending on your surface of your suspension. Very hard downhill braking into that right-hander. And this is probably the second most difficult corner of this track. Run it wide, don't get on these curbs on the outside because it will unsettle the car. And then you'll get a snap of oversteer as you get out there if you're in the wrong gear. DRS wide open again. Now this is a nice section. You're going to throw it in here, probably in fourth gear. Let's see what he does. Yeah, fourth gear, ride it out, get the rotation, go into fifth. You can hug this inside like he does there. That looks good. You can get a bit closer to the outside. He's going to get off the throttle, trying to release the car there. And now it's really just trying to get to this last corner. And third gear, get onto fourth and get on the power as soon as possible because this is a very long straight and you do not want to lose this. So looks a bit erratic from Ernie. He's going into the pits. Yep, so he's gone into the pits. Not happy with that lap of his. Gerard is crossing the line now. 130.6. That's not bad. That's good enough for 9. 3/10 off Ron.
I see Soulsmeister starting a lap.
Alright. So let's see what the Alfa Romeo can do. Currently in 7th. Let's see if he's up or down. So a lot of guys on outlaps at the moment. Pampun, Hamrick, Hassan, Minor. So we'll jump on them when they start. But let's put our focus on Soulsmeister for now. He's almost just over 2.5 tenths up so far. So that will take him to a 129.9. That will be close to Ultra Gamer. But expect there's more in this lap for him. Like I said earlier, track evolution does play a role here. So you can really gain so much time in Sector 2 if you can get it right. So let's see. Sector 2 time split is going to come up now. And so he lost all the time that he gained. He just lost in Sector 2, unfortunately for him. So he's basically square with his lap. And I've got a funny suspicion if he can't get this right, or if he back out of it, it's probably too late to back out of it now, because he's not going to get enough engine recovery for the next lap. And that's going to be... He did go, wow. You know what, so if he kept it together, if he didn't lose that, what, 2.5 tenths, it would have probably taken him to a 129.5. That will be very close to Hamrick. My word, what a lap. Alright, so I'm not sure who's across the line first. I think it is Pampun. Yep, so it is. So let's get championship leader. Let's see after 2 rounds. Let's see if he's up or down in Sector 1. And I'm going to try to jump between Pampun Sir Hamrick and Hassan, or maybe you can have a look at those two drivers for me, Travis, and just tell me if they're up or down in sector 1 and 2, so we can maybe jump on them at the end. So Pompoen purple sector, almost a 10th up on his time in sector 1.
Red coming across the sector now. 2/10 up on his.
Sorry, that's that Hamrick.
Yeah.
Right, so 2/10 up for Hamrick. I just want to get sector 2 time for Pompoen, and then we'll jump quickly on Sir Hamrick and see how he's going there. So sector 2 split is going to come up for Pompoen now. It's almost half a 10th up. So that will definitely take him to 128, 8 or 7 thereabouts. Let's see if he finishes this lap.
Across. Only a 10th up.
Alright, so he lost a bit of time there. Qualifying is officially over, so this will be the last lap. So Pompoen is definitely going to get himself onto 128.6. That's a very good lap by him. Let's see what the Hamrick can cook up. Yeah, he was a 10th up. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Unless he's got a mega sector. Yeah, 129.3. Not bad. Hassan is down on his time, so he's not going to improve. From what I can see. Unless Coastmaster is lying. Yeah, no, he's backed out of it. So that's his qualifying done. Amir is about 3.5 tenths up on his time. So if he... what did he? 129.5, so he improved already. Okay. So he crossed the finish line. Hassan is out. Ron is on a lap. Ron is 10th and a half up. It's probably not going to be enough to get him to Souls. Ernie Burney is behind him, I think. Yes, it is. So let's see what Ron can do. And he's just got Ernie behind him. So Hassan is basically done. So that will be a second row start for Hassan. Let's see if Ron can get himself onto the third row. What's this going to be? He improved a lot to 129.9, so that was a good lap by him. But Ernie goes faster with a 129.973, so beats him by a couple of thousands. Close qualifying. Well done to the Division 3 drivers there.
Yeah. Both our options didn't take pole, but they were quite close together.
Yeah, so Pompoen a little bit of a gap to everyone else, 7 tenths, and that's not what we really want to see in terms of gaps. But nevertheless, a stellar lap by him, 7 tenths faster than Sir Hamrick. Then very close to Hamrick, Alta Gamer, Hassan, they're all within 2 tenths of each other with Amer. Bit of a gap to Minor with the midfield, Minor, Souls, Ernie Burney, Ron, and then Gerard in 10ths. I'm going to take a short break, Travis. I think you also grab something to drink. And we'll wait for the drivers to select their tires, select their strategies, and we'll join you on the formation lap.
Yep.
Right, so it is almost lights out here. Last race in the Middle East for us, and we are lights out, and it's away we go. And it looks like Pompoen got a really good start. A bit of contact at the back there, but I don't see anything major happening. But it is, ooh, this is going to be tight. Ultra Gamer having a massive moment there. Yeah, not sure what happened there. I see Citronic is all the way at the back of the field. I don't see any damage. It looks like Minor. Not sure if he had damage. Everything looks good, but it is Pompoen leading with Hamrick in second. Ultra Gamer having a good start in third. Then Hassan in fourth. Everyone starting on the mediums, Travis, so no one going for the alternate strategy for the hearts. So far so good. Good turn lap one. I'm not sure if anyone's going to come into the pits. Has anyone got damage, Travis?
I think I did see a wing come off.
Right, Sol's Master's just gone past Gerard Botha. Let's just see if there's any damage. So all good on the McLaren, all good on Ron. Ron lost a lot of positions. He's now just ahead of his teammate. I don't see any damage from anyone at the moment. I do actually. It is a Ferrari without a nose. That is Cowboy, so he's going to have to pit. Expect maybe the softs to go on and then take it from there. He's got his teammate just behind him. Yeah, there we go. So he goes into the pit. So that was the carbon fiber that we saw, Travis. And Cowboy's going to come out at the back of the pack, and we'll keep an eye out on his tyre selection, what he decides to do. But it's Pompoen leading from Hamrick from Ultra Gamer. And this will hopefully will get spicy between these three drivers. If they can keep it together. And then Hassan is very close to Ultra Gamer. Ron just gone past Gerard Botha. We did not see that pass, unfortunately. So he's gone past Gerard. And he's going to chase now after Salzmeister. So there's a bit of a block forming behind Big's boy. It is Dixie and Sols. So we'll see when they get past. That is probably your closest battle at the moment. So let's get on board with Dixie Killer. DRS will be enabled on the next lap, lap 3 of 29. But so far so good, Travis. No safety cars, no virtuals, only one incident. Cowboy going in for a new nose. So that looks well behaved.
Yeah, it looks better than Division 2 at the moment.
I think anything would look better than Division 2 from last night.
Oh, I see a spin, Ron spun.
Oh yeah, those tyres are going to be good for his teammates gone past, but I'm just trying to see where Cowboy is. Cowboy's a little bit further behind, so he's probably not going to catch him. But yeah, this track is very difficult in terms of traction. But let's get back to Dixie Killer. He will get the RS, I think, on the next one.
Looks like he's going for a move down the inside. Late on the brakes. Dixie goes, oh, what a shit back. No. Can he put it all?
Yeah, so both of them has got DRS now, but yeah. Good avoiding there. That was And was that a spin or did he make contact with Dixie?
No, I think he just got on the brakes a bit too hard and then sort of sent him around untechnical car.
Okay, so he's all the way into 12. He's going to battle now with this electronic. But Sols did get past Dixie, and Dixie did really well to avoid that. Yeah, there we go. Sols, yeah, he should get past onto your face. Yeah, let's see if he gets the move done. So that Sols up into 7th. Now he is 6 seconds behind Amir, and that's the closest battle. Amir, Ultra Gamer, Ernie Bernie. Arsene losing a lot of time towards Hamrick and Pompoen. I'm not sure if he's had a moment. But Pompoen passed his lap at the moment, 132.6. And so Hamrick keeping in touch with him, not in DRS yet, but keeping in touch with him. And then it's this battle here that we are watching now. It's Ernie Burney, Hassan, and Ultra Gamer, and they've pulled Amir with them. So this is going to be a four-way battle. It's going to be a bit of a DRS train for these guys. But they're not losing. They are probably losing about 2-3 tenths a lap. Let's just see how much time they are losing to Sir Hamrick while they battle each other. And Gerard has gone past. Is it Johnny? Did he? Yes, he did. So that's up into 11th for him. And Esotronic was having a look on the outside there, so that was brave. Ooh, is he? Ooh, Gerard runs wide. And yeah, makes that move 6 for Esotronic. You can expect, I don't think Esotronic will fight Ron too hard for this. Ron a bit out of position at the moment in 13th. Cowboy did put on the hard. So he doesn't have to stop again if he doesn't want to, but he probably won't get to the end on those tires.
I see Pumpkin is pulling gap. He's pulled about 4 tenths on this lap.
Okay, alright, so
Esotronic spinning. Same place that Ron spun.
yeah, so the Alpine drivers battling with that part of the track at the moment. Let's just have a look at that gap, 1.9 seconds between FTR Geerberta and Ron Scutter. So we'll keep an eye out on that battle and see how quickly Ron can close the gap. Remember, you get points up into 12th position. So Ron will get a championship point if he stays like this. Minor is also very close to Dixie. And then he's got Big Spoil in front. So Big Spoil is doing a really good job here in 8th position at the moment. I mean, Ferrari hasn't scored points at all this season. I think actually... let's just have a look here. So... Minor is, I think Minor's just slightly, loses the car slightly there. And that's just going to cook those tires for him. 2.6 seconds the gap now between Pompun and Sir Hamrick. So Pompun really pulling the plug now. No change in that battle with Ultra Gamer, Ernie Burney, Hassan. Let's just have a look at telemetry here. So Ultra Gamer is looking good on his energy recovery. Ernie Burney not as sexy, the same as Hassan, but he is leading that back, to expect him to use a bit more. But Amir and Ultra Gamer looking really good. And there's a move from Ernie. And he made that stick, so he's got past Hassan. So great move there by Ernie, my word. Into turn 1, and he's up into 3rd, so good driving by him, and that's brought Ultra Gamer now closer as well. So lap 6.
We'll see that Ernie can maybe try and close that gap to Sir Hamrick.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Minor just got past Dixie Killer now as well, so expect Minor to chase after a Big's boy, and then see if he can get to Soulsmeister. So the gap between Ron and Gerard is 2 seconds. That's more or less stabilized there. So good pace shown by both drivers. Doing more or less similar pace. Up in 11th and 12th. Cowboy still at the back of the pack there after his early pit stop on lap 1. But I think we need to put our focus back onto Hassan, Ernie. And I see Minor has gone past Big Spoil eventually. So he's up into 8th. And he's going to 5.5 seconds behind Souls. A bit of a gap there. So we'll see. Right, let's see Hassan if he can get past Ernie Burney down and start finish. So DRS is enabled. I don't expect him to use any engine recovery. He's just going to sit here in the DRS, trying to recover as much as he can. And Ultra Gamer also getting very close to them now.
Oh, Hamrick has spun. Hamrick's off.
Alright, so he's lost the car. That's so Salzmeister's going to come up behind him. And those tires are going to be cooked. So Bolts is seeing the opportunity here to get himself into 6th. Yeah, that's a problem, consistent problem for the Hamrick, unfortunately, Travis, is that just too many spins every race. And yeah, that's costing a lot of points.
Yeah, it doesn't help to be fast in qualifying, not be able to translate that to race. So maybe something Sir Hamrick needs to work on is
more race pace. Yeah, more race pace than the one lap pace. Yeah, absolutely. But there's still this three-way battle in front, second, third, and fourth. The gap now of 1.7 seconds and 7 laps. It's almost a second a lap that is pulled out of them. So Ernie Bernie, Arsene, Ultra Gamer is currently in for 3-second time penalty. That's our first penalty for the evening. Goes to Ron for corner cutting. So he's had 3 warnings already. Let's just see. Arsene, just see. Yeah, he might just get him around. Yeah, although I don't think he will. No, he just decides to sit behind him. Don't do anything foolish. And pick your spot. Try to go for the cut. Gonna get DRS again on this part of the track. But yeah, he's doing the right thing at the moment. He's just sticking with Ernie. And as I say that, hello, Ultra Gamer just on the outside. Good camera view there for us. And Ultra Gamer saying, well, mate, if you're not going to use your engine recovery system, I'm going to do it. And he's sticking quite healthy on his recovery as well. So this is a nice three-way battle. Ooh, that was very close.
that was
too close. And with this battle, it's bringing Amir all the way into contention again, because he's just catching them, 10th here, 10th there. So still a long race to go. There is, still 21 laps to go. So still long days to go, yeah? And Ron has got past Gerard Botha. So Ron up into 11th, Gerard in 12th. And they are, Ron's 12 seconds off Dixie Kill at the moment. So, yeah. So, Travis, when do you expect the first guys to come into the pits? Lap what are we looking at?
I think it depends really if they want to go for an undercut. I think the best lap is probably like 12 or 13. But I know personally in Premier Division I did on lap 12 I went into the pits. So it just depends, I think, on their situation. Maybe they're more comfortable with the undercut and they're okay with their cold tires, or they want to try to get as much out of the current mediums.
Yeah, so Ernie has got past Ultra Gamer again, and then Ultra Gamer got him on the next part of the track, but this is getting... Ooh,
that was close.
That was very close. But good pair racing between these two at the moment. Is he going to go? Ooh, that was a nudge. Yeah, be very careful for that.
And Hamrick off again.
And Arsene. Oh, there we go. That was the first running white. So Ultra Gamer running white, getting a bit too eager there into the hairpin. And that's let Arsene through. So he's up into third, and that gives Ernie a bit of breathing space. He's been using a lot of his engine recovery, so he needs all the luck he can to get these guys off him, off his gearbox at the moment. But yeah, so Hamrick spinning again, that puts him into 7th. Dixie Killer has gone past. Oh, did we see that move? Yes, we see that move. So Dixie Killer has gone past Big Spoil. So Big Spoil is now in 10th. Dixie Killer's moved himself up into 9th. So let's just see. Let's just have a look. Cowboy is still at the back on the hard tires. So he is 18 seconds behind Isatronic. So pit stop window here, what's it, probably about 27 seconds?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere around there, 27, 25 or so around there.
Alright, so if Isatronic does pit, he's gonna, let's just see, so Hamrick is into the pits. That's very early. And he's put on a hard set, so he's into the pits. So is Ultra Gamer now. Ultra Gamer, I think, has decided to pull the plug because he's just getting hold up there. And he's probably taken the best out of his medium, so he's decided to go into the hards very soon, trying to find some space. And he's got about 4 seconds to Dixie Killer in front of him. So maybe not a bad idea is to get some clean air on the hards. Don't lose any time behind Ernie and Hassan, and see if you can maybe undercut them. As I say that, Hassan has made the move on Ernie. This is good racing by these guys. I tell you what, Pompoen is getting off in the distance, but this is great entertainment for us at least, with Ernie Amir. And we'll keep an eye out on what Ultra Gamer does. And there's a spin. Was that a spin? No, it wasn't. Sorry. So it's going to be interesting to see where Ultra Gamer, if he spends 3 laps on those hards, and it gets nicely up to 10, if he can do a proper undercut with Hassan and with Ernie.
Yeah, that's going to be on the Alpine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is.
Not a good evening for the Alpine boys.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is a very difficult track. If you do not, I think it's one of those tracks. If you can't nail it, you can't nail it. It's just one of those things. It's you can run high downforce, low downforce. If it's not working for you, it's not going to work for you. And I think Esotronic is a good example of that. That the track's just not working for him in the car this evening, and you know, as well for Ron, currently in 10th. So yeah, let's see if these front runners decide to put this lap maybe. Pompoen, I mean, he's 11 seconds ahead, so he's got a bit of a gap there. And then Ernie and Hassan still chasing after each other. Amir lost a little bit of a time to them. He's now 4 seconds adrift from Ernie. And Ultra Gamer is catching Dixie Killer, but not as fast as I would have thought. Dixie Killer all over the back of Big Boy. So let's get on board with the Aston Martin driver to see if he can get past Big Boy somewhere. And this is good racing by the midfield as well. So that's probably your closest battle at the moment. On lap 12 is Aston Martin versus Ferrari. And Big Boy is doing really good. Alright, so Ernie's gone into the pit. So let's see where Ultra Gamer comes out relative to him. Ooh, I tell you what, Dixie looks very fast on the brakes. I mean, he really has got a lot of faith in that Aston Martin. So is this going to be the moment? I tell you what, a good race by Big Boy. I mean, Ferrari needs some really decent points. And there's absolutely no wing on that Ferrari, because he just pulled out of him, even with the odd S behind. He just pulled out of him. Is this going to be the moment? And that Ferrari's just got straight line speed of note.
That Ferrari is.
Alright, so Ultra Gamer is 5/10 off Ernie, and Ernie's going to sit with cold tires. So expect Ultra Gamer to get past somewhere very quickly. Those tires are going to be ice cold. He's probably going to have a dive on the inside here. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
There we go. Undercut working. Cold tires. He needs to make this work now. He needs to get very quickly Dixie Killer between himself and Ernie Burney, while Ernie is battling to get those tires up to temperature. So Amir, Hassan. So let's see if Hassan pits this lap. I expect Pompoen to probably come in around about lap. Oh, he's in already. So he's gone into the pits. So Hassan stays out. Amir is going into the pits. Alright. So he's pulled a plug as well. He's going in for his mandatory pit stop. Saltzmeister is also in the pits. Big Spoil, Dixie Killer. Let's see who's going to pull the plug first here between these two. They're both on the same tire strat. And they both stay out. Alright. So Alright, so Ultra Gamer is 1.8 seconds in front of Ernie, and he's literally at the back of 1.3 seconds between him and Dixie. And you expect him, hopefully this will not hold him up, because this will just really ruin his early pit stop. He's got 2 cars to clear. That's not on the same strategy as him, but they are fighting for track position. although they still need to pit, both these drivers. And his laps is what, 2 laps older than what Ernie's is going to be, so important for him to clear these 2 drivers very quickly.
It does.
Ooh. Yep, that's new
Ernie
tires.
has made up, what, about 6/10 on this lap alone.
Yep, there we go. Ultra Gamer passes Dixie at least, so he gets 1 car between him and Ernie. Next guy up is Bix Boy. And we know that Ferrari is very skinny.
Yeah.
So might expect Ultra Gamer just sit behind him here. Don't use any engine recovery. Just wait for DRS.
It looks like that Haas just as fast in a straight line.
Yeah, it also looks like a skinny trim there for the Haas. Pitbull stays out, so he's not going to go. So I tell you what, this Ferrari is fast. Alright, so he does make the move. Asen, importantly enough, comes out behind Ultra Gamers. So Asen was at a stage second with Ernie. Oh no. Ernie's going to get past Asen because of the cold tires. There we go, Ernie retakes. That will be effectively third because Big Sport is slightly out of position. And let's just see, everyone has stopped now. I see Ron's into the pits. He's coming out of the pits now, followed by Geerberta. And cold tires, you need to be very, very careful on your outlap. Right, so only 1 pit stop left, and that is that of Big Sport. So, is that a move? Yep, Ernie has gone past Bix. And Hassan has just gone into the pit, so he just came out. So those tires should be okay on the next lap. And then he can start chasing after Ernie. So that 3-way scrap between Ultra Gamer, Ernie, Bernie, Hassan. We're in for round 2 after the pit stops. And Amir, yeah, he's currently in 6th, but that would be a net P5 point once Bix will but he's got Soulsmeister almost for company. So Soulsmeister is going to join very soon, 1.2 seconds behind, as Bixwell goes into the pit. So where's he gonna come out? He's probably gonna come out just in front of Ron, maybe? I would think so. Right, Minor is gonna go past him, so Minor will be going up into 8th. Dixie will also just behind him. But he's got cold tires, so expect Big Sport to battle a bit for the first lap or 2. Ron is 10 seconds behind Dixie. Let's just see Dixie. Yeah, there we go. That's just warm tires versus cold tires. And the Aston Martin driver gets past the Ferrari driver, and that gets him up into a net P9. So good points for him and good points for Big Sport if he can keep it together. He's currently in 10th, so that's valuable World Championship points. Soulsmeister's cut that gap down 0.6 of a second. It's now almost, he's now below a second, so he's within DRS. Alright, Chaz, I'm just going to take a short break. I'm just going to put my camera on Hassan. Yeah, I'll be back now.
Yep. So just looking at the ERS of Hassan, he's on 50%, which I know you wanted, but Ernie's on 35. So Hassan has got the advantage in that aspect. There's a moment breaking over there. So yeah, Hassan has the advantage at the moment. Whether he's going to choose to just stay behind Ernie and try and gain some more ERS, we'll see. I think at the moment he's just sort of staying behind Ernie, trying to gain a bit of ERS, and he'll probably go for it in the next 2 laps here for it, and then try and hunt down Option Gamer to see if he can get the P2. Hassan has managed to get past Ernie, so we'll see now if he's able to close the gap to Ultra Gamer. So it's 3 seconds at the moment, so let's see what this is at the end of the lap.
Right, so lap 17 of 29, and it's Salzmeister who's now at the back of Amir. And yeah, caught him very quickly.
Yeah, so let's see if Hassan can close the gap to Ultra Gamer.
Yeah, he lost time towards Ultra Gamer. I'm not sure why, but that's what, almost 3 seconds. And Ernie has also sort of like lost a bit of time towards Hassan. He's almost like 2 seconds behind Hassan.
Yeah, at the beginning of the lap, between Ultra Gamer and Hassan was 3.1 seconds. So he's managed to get just under 10.
Right, so is Saul's gonna make the move? I think he's a bit too far away. Is he gonna have a lunge on the inside? He does, but runs wide. But yeah, well played to Amir. He did give him space. There was a bit of a late lunge there from Salzmeister, but Amir left him the space, and that Saul's up into fifth, and he's gonna chase after Ernie now, which the gap is 1.8 seconds, 1.9 seconds between him and Ernie. But no safety cars here, Travis. This is no safety cars in Premier Division the other night. I think we had only 2 cautions. Last night was obviously something different in Division 2. It's the best I can call it. And then Division 3, just carrying over the momentum from Premier Division. So this is good at the moment.
Yeah, I think we should swap Division 2 and Division 3 around.
You think so?
I think so.
Bold. Right, so the closest battle at the moment is
to Mania and Dixie Killer, both 3 seconds for exceeding track limits.
Okay, so yeah, running probably wide somewhere or cutting a corner slightly, so they're on the board with penalties as well. Boy, I mean, if he can keep this clean and stay within that 1 second of Dixie Killer, this might just turn out to be nice for him, depending on how much penalty still is the way to come for Minor and for Dixie. He might just go in two places there if he can keep it nice and clean. Ernie has also got a 3 second time penalty, which is not going to help him towards his fight with Salzmeister, and definitely going to help him with his fight for a podium with Hassan. 14 seconds to lead now. We haven't been really on Pompun. Currently, 14 seconds ahead. 10 laps to go. So yeah, a bit of a lonely race for him. I think it's just trying to get in the rhythm, to stay there, and just try not to make any mistakes. I mean, if he wants, he can probably duck into the pit somewhere along the line. If that gap gets to, he might just push a bit and see if he can get it to 20 seconds. But I think, yeah, anything can go wrong after a pit stop, so rather stay out.
there might be a safety car here.
Yeah?
Currently on 4th.
Oh, wow. Alright, so the fastest lap at the moment is from Prince with a 132.41. And if he carries on like that, there will be another Grand Slam for him. He got the Grand Slam in Singapore, I think. Where he got pole position, fastest lap, and the race win. And this could be his second one. Yeah. But, yep, just put this in perspective. He is a ex-Division 2 driver. Division 2, obviously no assist this season. So he is a little bit out of position in terms of the drivers around him. Being in Division 2 for a whole season and doing really well. They're scoring a couple of podiums in Division 2. So from a pace point of view, yeah, it is a bit difficult at the moment. But nevertheless, we saw Ultra Gamer get the win last night. And I mean, you're bound to have a bad race somewhere along the line. So if Ultra Gamer could just stick it into second tonight, it's not going to lose too much points towards Pompun. Yes, he will lose, but it's not like he loses 30 or 20 points. And then it's only round 3, so there's still what, another 8 rounds or 8 races to come after this. So yeah, long season, anything can happen.
Yeah, for sure. There's plenty of races left.
Alright, so Calvo is on that 18-lap-old Hearts, and he's there for 1 point for his team in 12th, and Big Spoiler is in 10th at the moment. 2 seconds behind Dixie Killer, and if he, once again, if he can keep it within the 3 seconds, he will move up a position, up into 9th. Dixie Killer, let's just have a look at your penalties. So everyone on 3 seconds, no one on 6 seconds yet. We'll keep an eye out on that. And so Hamrick, yeah, he obviously has to throw a spanner in the works somewhere and just get the fastest lap and take that Grand Slam away from Pompun. So well done, and hats off to Sir Hamrick. I mean, he's currently in 7th. He's 11 seconds off Amir. There's no way he's going to catch him. 11 seconds in 8 laps. It's probably not going to be done.
Yeah,
10.9. It's highly unlikely, unfortunately. 10.9 seconds. He needs to catch him with almost a second and a half a lap. I don't think that's going to happen, but hey, 7th is a result after what, he had 2 spins?
Yeah.
Yeah, so not the easiest of days for him. And he is on older tyres than what Amir is, so strange that he got that fastest lap now with 11 lap old Hearts, my word.
Yep, that is quite impressive.
Just want to make sure, yeah, 132, 135. And it's a whole 10th and a half, almost, yeah, just a 10th faster than Pompun. So definitely the pace there for him for the Hearts. And he's just done another purple sector again, so are we going to see another spin from him? I hope not, I really hope not. Ernie, there we go, hello, using his ERS to get fastest lap. There we go, so that fastest lap is a 132.127. My word. Okay then. So Ernie's taken that away from Sir Hamrick. So the guy's getting faster and faster on these Hearts. I still think, let's just have a look at Pompun. He's using some of his energy, but I think he'll probably start easing off on that. Try to save as much he can. And probably around about lap 26, 27. Have another go, low fuel, and see if he can have a go at that fastest lap again.
Yeah, Ultra Gamer sort of just in a world of his own at the moment. He's got 14 seconds to Pompun and then 3 extra seconds to Hassan, and I mean he's got plenty of energy as well.
Yeah, I think he's also, you know, this is probably not an easy for him because he can see the car behind him if he gets on the straight, so it's not like the car's not visible to him, so he knows there's a car in close proximity, although it's 3.3 seconds, but you can still see the car, so you know if you make a mistake you're in trouble. So he's still got a bit of pressure there. From Hassan, and then Ernie obviously with his 3-second time penalty. That's going to move Salzmeister up into 4th if Salz can keep it below 3 seconds. Yeah, Ultra Gamer, a bit of a no man's land at the moment for him, and then Pampoon obviously just running away with things, unfortunately, tonight. 13 seconds ahead, but we'll see if he goes for the fastest lap at the end. There's got only 6 laps, 6 laps left. What did I say? Okay, so yeah, he's got some time on minor. Do you think he's going to pit for softs?
I think he might, but I mean, they're going to drop off right at the end of the race anyway, so...
Yeah, there's softs waiting. So Dixie comes fast. Big Spoil's going to come fast as well. Ron's also going to probably get him. Not sure why you want to get the fastest lap. Maybe, I don't know. Strange things that gamers does sometimes. Right, so only one retirement, no safety cars, only retirement of FTR Geerberta, just after his hard. So 13 drivers will finish so far, and we're going to keep an eye out on that fastest lap eventually. But yeah, if it stands like this, Souls will probably move himself up into 4th, so that would be a good result for him. Amir, a solid 6 for him. And then you've got the penalty bunch, which is Minor, Dixicula, Ron, Esotronic and Cowboy. Cowboy has pitted, so he's gone for the softs. He's 5 seconds behind Esotronic. So he's probably going to try to get Esotronic and get that extra point. 5.8 seconds, so we'll see how quickly he catches Sean Esotronic ZA on those softs.
Hassan seems to have closed the gap by about a second to Ultra Gamer. So I'm not sure if he made a mistake maybe, or if it's just on pure pace.
I think he is probably just battling to get past, and this is one thing I do not understand. You know, we have ghosting on in the league, which is great. But if you're being lapped, get out of the way. You know what? Just get your car. I mean, you're not racing the guy there. You know, he's stuck at the moment behind. I think behind Cowboy, and yeah. Cowboy is on a fresh set of softs, so he is going to be fast. But that just messes slightly with you from a racing point of view. So I just think he's losing time behind Cowboy at the moment, not moving out of the way. And I just think the game needs to be harsher on this. You know, blue flag, disqualified, gone, or give him a time penalty. You need to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are fast, you are on a different tyre, but you know what, it's, yeah, don't do it, Esteban Ocon. Yeah, you can see he's really just battling to find the corner entries and exits, being stuck behind that ghost. So, he's probably, once he gets past, I think he's going to recover that time again. There is a spin, and that is...
Electronics, I think, yeah.
Is it Esotronic?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. So Cowboy has gone past now. So Cowboy is valuable for him. Is going to get that World Championship point. But I tell you what, I don't think Ultra Gamer is going to be too impressed after the race with you know, lap cars not moving out of the way. It might be something that we need to look at, Travis, from a rules point of view.
Yeah, definitely. You can see it is costing them.
Now, I'm always so weary going through, because you never know when this game decides not to ghost.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's anyway, Cowboy's still in front, so I'm just going to move away from that because that's slightly annoying at the moment. So Hamrick got the fastest lap on those softs, but Spinneroo Hamrick, he's probably going to have another spin before the race ends. And he, you know what, he would have got some serious, some mega results, even last week. I mean, last week he could have got a mega result. And I think you're spot on. Leave this one lap pace. Don't have this mentality of one lap qualifying. You know, every lap in your race is a qualifying lap. you know, focus on consistency, focus on the race, and the results will come, unfortunately. But at this stage, it's not coming for him. And we know he's fast. There's nothing wrong with his pace. Ernie's coming into the pits.
I see that he's put on a new pair of softs.
Look, he was very far ahead of Minor, so he's definitely gonna go for fastest lap. Did he lose a position because of that?
I believe he lost the position to Amir.
Okay, so he is. Okay, so let's just try to make sense of this because he's 16 seconds behind us. So what is it? 30, 25. What's it? 30, 25, 32, 19, 16. He's going to lose 1 point by pitting for, you know, unless his hards were really badly scrubbed, and he didn't want to risk it.
I think not only that, I think he did have the 3-second time penalty, so Amir may have been catching all within that 3 seconds.
Okay, alright. Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, he would have lost the position anyway, so if he can have the same position with a fastest lap, you know, it's 1 extra point, so that makes sense. Yeah, well picked up, Travis. I mean, I would have probably done the same thing. It's just... But also, once again, you never know if the guy behind you spins. If he does spin, you know, it's a catch-22 situation, but I think he played it safe, and a good call by him is getting into the pits, put those softs on, and try to go for the fastest lap. Let's just see who's got the fastest lap at the moment.
I think it's Ernie.
It's Sir Hamrick on a 131.3 on those softs, yeah. So we'll see what Ernie gets up to. Let's just leave that telemetry open for now.
Ultra Game is still battling with Cowboy. Gap's down to 1.8 seconds now.
With Arsene. Yeah, I expect maybe some complaints after the race in terms of that. I'm pretty sure I won't be too happy about that. I mean, it is Formula 1 rules. It doesn't matter what tire you're on.
Oh, Sectron's out into the wall.
Oh no, oh no. And I just want to see...
I don't think they'll give a safety car being like 3-ish laps left. It's just double yellow.
Yeah, I see him on the right hand side there, or the left hand side here. So that's just double yellow, so that's probably just going to be a caution. Don't think it's going to be a safety. No, here we go, back to green again.
I sent 1.2 seconds off.
Yeah, let's just go back to Hassan. So, yeah. Look, those softs, unfortunately for Ultra Gamer, those softs are going to drop off very quickly for Cowboy now. So he's going to battle to stick with Ultra Gamer. And it's going to be a bit easier maybe for Hassan to get past. But I mean, there's 1.5 laps left. Yeah. So it's important for Ultra Gamer to, you know, this will be, he will lose points to Pumpkin, but, you know, that will probably secure him in second in the World Championship for drivers at the moment. So, you know, that's good going into round 4 next week in America. And once again, it's not easy tracks coming up. I mean, America next week, Mexico the week after that. Ooh, a big slide there from the Haas driver. And the last thing you want to do is just, you know,
so Hamrick thing again.
So Hamrick is what?
Yeah, doing another spinneroonie for us.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
My word. Okay.
Wearing yellow flag. I don't think I've ever seen that penalty given in my life.
Sorry, you never seen what?
The penalty for ignoring yellow flags given. 5-second penalty.
For who's that?
I think it was Ron.
Oh wow. He probably might ask for that back. Dixie at a moment, he had a spin.
Oh, giving the position back and back.
Yeah, giving the position back, I think. Or did he lose connection?
Yeah.
He's out of fuel.
Yeah.
He's out of fuel.
That's
he is. Oh, now I've seen that before. I tell you what. That's the problem with no safety cars. You always expect a safety car. You slightly go tight on fuel. And what would have been a good result for him is now he's going to get eaten up by Cowboy. Surely. going so slow. Just want to see where
This
Cowboy is.
reminds me of Hamilton, Verstappen, and Silverstone
Yeah.
with Puncher. Oh,
That Ultra Gamer had a,
Gamer, what happened to him?
he had a moment. Was he
Fuel
also out of
as
fuel?
well.
Fuel!
He's also out of fuel.
My word.
And Hassan is flashing. He doesn't have much fuel left either.
Okay, so he's flashing. Pompoon is okay on fuel. Hassan is flashing, so he's in trouble.
No.
Souls is good.
I think Pompoon's out as well.
Yeah,
He's about to...
He's so far ahead. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's so far ahead. It's not going to make a difference for him. But he's going to cross the line with no fuel.
That's a penalty. Not enough fuel for the
for the sample. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, so no fuel for him. Asen is going to cross the line. He's going to go up into second. Salt is going to be third. Podium for him. He's also flashing.
Yeah.
Amir's the only one who's got good fuel. Ultra Gamer, he's going to get eaten up by Minor, is he?
It's going to be close, I think. I'm just looking at Hassan gained like 7 seconds.
7 seconds. Oh, Minor is just too far behind. Oh my word.
What is Dixie doing? He's getting all these penalties. Oh, he's still got one more lap.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he's going to get eaten up by... Okay, well, that is the race done, basically. My word, how many people did we have run out of fuel? So Pompoon ran out of fuel. Ultra Gamer ran out of fuel. And Ernie ran out of fuel. That's 3 people. Oh, word. Well, that's a first for me in a league race, is that I see 3 people running out of fuel.
Ernie went from P3 to P10 just because of that fuel.
My word. No safety cars. That's why.
Don't underfuel your cars.
Don't underfuel, because you never know. Sure. Okay, we'll wait for the race too. Yeah, that's very true. Well, I would say there's a couple of tracks that's guaranteed safety cars. Monaco's one. Yeah. I think Baku is one, most definitely. Jeddah is another one. I also think that Mexico tends to have safety cars.
Especially Sector 2, yeah.
Sector 2, those S's. Because if you lose it there, you're into the wall. It's gone.
Yeah.
Tickets. And then also, the last corner in Mexico, if you get that slightly wrong, yeah, that's also tickets for you.
Dixie did a 2-minute and 15 lap.
Unbelievable. So, saved by the skin of his teeth on fuel is Pompoon, who wins tonight. And Big Boy game. So we'll see where everyone ended up after penalties and everything. So let's have a look. That was an interesting finish to this one.
Yeah, that was...
It's a first.
Yeah, to say the least.
Alright, so there we go. So Pompoon getting the win. Hassan is second. Souls getting onto the podium with fuel issues with everyone. Amir getting in fourth. I'm going to say lucky fourth, but hey, you make your own luck sometimes. Ultra Gamer going from second to fifth because of fuel. Minor into sixth, and it was very close of Minor getting him. So Hamrick seventh with the fastest lap. Big Spoil, I'll tell you what, good race by him in 8th, solid result. Ron in 9th. Ernie, no fuel. What's it, 2nd to, or 3rd to 10th? For Ernie Bernie, bad luck for him. Yeah. Dixie Killer, also out of fuel, in 11th, and your last point scoring is Cowboys. So double points score for Ferrari, which is great for them. Let's just have a look. And then only one retirement, which was, oh sorry, 2 retirements, which is Geerberta and Isitronic. Yeah, so Grand Slam not going Pompoon's way, but he gets the win, he gets pole position. The fastest lap goes to Sir Hamrick. And yeah, good racing all round. So Travis, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I think next week will be someone else in comms. But thanks for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is off to the Circuit of the Americas for next
US.
week. Yeah, for Premier Division. So you can catch Thomas on Tuesday night for Premier Division stream on the same channel, the same time. Catch Premier Division. You can see Travis, my co-commentator in there, Phantom, Mango, all the fast cars in Premier Division. And then Division 2 is on Wednesday night. And you can catch Umair because I think he would be leading the championship after round 3. But Division 2 on Wednesday night and then Division 3 on Thursday. Travis, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
And thanks for everyone watching, and thanks for all the comments and for sitting up with me and Travis. And we will catch you all next week. Have a great evening. Ciao, ciao.